Hello, my name is Joshua Darrock Hartnett. I'm the jungler for Immortals, and my pocket pick is Lee Sin.
Back through the here comes the engage, and Dardock doesn't want to be part of this. Oh my gosh, just kidding, takes one down, blocks the shot. Dardock is amazing. That was actually immaculate.
Lee Sin is just a really mobile and versatile champion. He can choose his fights really well, and he stays really healthy in jungle. He has a really strong early game, he has a really strong mid game, and he has the most playmaking potential of probably any champion in the game.
That saw Dardock get to this point. So even though there's a lot of flashpoint
covers around, tries to get high, ward hop in, kicks him down, shut down, solo kill to Dardock.
Probably like 75% of Lee Sin's game aspect has nothing to do with the flashy things you see that are highlighted in LCS games. Most of it is jungle pathing, ganking, fighting, skirmishing without using insect or flash at all. If you do the 75% of Lee Sin's gameplay really well, you're still gonna be a really great Lee Sin player, but you're just not gonna have a YouTube montage. So there's like a lot of creative things you can do because of how mobile Lee Sin is, that you really need to optimize and be really creative in the early game, because it's so easy to snuff out early ganks with trinkets and pink wards. I can ward jump over Baron Wall, blast cone into their red buff and steal at level 2. You can do like really unique gank routes. Like if they have a ward in Tri-Brush and in River top lane, I can ward over the Baron Wall, blast cone behind their tower, like over to their Krugs, and just sit there until my W's up again, and then I can gank with another ward.
He lands the slow, plenty of damage here. Do they have enough though? And Dardock's gonna land the auto attack, and a flash for the E, and the first blood comes through. That is a nice gank there by Immortals.
Lee Sin's passive gives him attack speed increase for 2 autos after he uses a spell, and it refunds energy on the autos. So if I'm clearing a ward and at my red buff, an enemy team just left the area, I'm gonna put a ward like over Krugs, and I'm gonna auto the pink ward, and I'm gonna Q and E. I'm gonna save my W just in case the enemies come. Your W seems like the best one because you can always activate it twice, even if you're not hitting anything, but you're gonna die if you do that, if there's enemies there. When you R flash, your ultimate is gonna go through no matter what, because how R flashing works is press R first, and then the little tooltip comes up and it says Dragon's Rage, and then you see like the little bar before it goes off. That's when he's winding up. You can flash during the channel to reposition, and it'll kick him a different way. When I played against TSM, I Q'd on double lift, and then I connected the Q, flashed behind him, and then he reacted and flashed behind me, and he went out of kick range. And I didn't get the kickoff. We got 3-for-0 that team fight, and it was a really big turning point in the game. But if I R flashed, I would have kicked him into my team, and we probably would have won the fight. Yeah, learn how to R flash, it'll help a lot.
Officer down, and Team Liquid are still pushing in. The kick flash catches Hanser. He gets exercised, and down he goes.
One of the biggest mistakes I see in lower elo, the one that bothers me the most, is the usage of Lee Sin Q in ganks. Let's say you're ganking a Shen or something. I'm gonna ward jump, I'm gonna start autoing him. He's gonna dash away. I'm gonna follow with my flash and keep slowing him. Then he's gonna flash it. Only after he's used all of his movement spells, that's when you throw your Q, when it's the easiest to land.
It's a bit of a bait and switch too, because Dardock's not there either.
Ulti pop by Impact. Q's gonna land. Does not go for the further route because getting locked under turrets, not the funnest thing. Actually goes back in after all. Red buff is on. Knockout from Lulu, kick into the wall. Q's gonna land. Dardock and Lorlo.
The more generic and like well-known combos are like the R into double queuing somebody where they can't dodge. You get CC'd by the ultimate, you fall back in a straight line, and it's really easy to line up your Q if you're in melee range when you kick them. There's Insec, the very classic, well-known Q twice, ward jump behind, kick them into your team. There's the flash Insec, where you just Q twice and you flash behind them and kick them into your team. There is E flash, where you just start the channel time of your E and then you flash to reposition. You'll start one place and you'll do the damage in another. There's a ton of Tiamat combos where you can layer in Tiamat with your basic spells, like you can Q Tiamat, you can E Tiamat, you can R Tiamat. It's like a lot of things where you can just sneak in that little bit of extra damage, and it doesn't really slow down your combo at all.
Has full himself, wants to go back in, misses the Q though, and that means Piglet has to go away. Piglet's a flash out as well. GBM's gotta be real careful. Dardock gets in, a 1-for-1. Now Moon, beset by a Lee Sin. Conquant's next up. Look at the kills going out from Dardock.
My most fond memory of Lee Kick is probably the one when I was on TL versus MASH. I like landed a Q onto their Bard, and then I saw their Twisted Fate had a gold card locked, so in my mind, I was like, I won't have time to ward jump after I connect the Q because I'll get stunned and I won't be able to get my kickoff, so I have to flash behind him. So I Q'd to the Bard, and then I put a ward down remembered I couldn't W to the ward because the gold card was there, and I flashed on top of the ward and kicked him back into my team before the gold card connected with me and the stun registered. That was probably one of the sickest plays I've done on Lee and on stage. It was like my heart was racing.
Tempered Fate goes down, just Piglet was hit. Fang is there, whoa! Dardoch flies straight through!
You always strive to be the perfect Lee Sin with the perfect mechanics, but in reality that's probably never gonna happen. So you never feel done on Lee Sin. I always feel like I can do something better.
Dardoch, I gotta give lots of credit to individually because it felt like so much effort was spent by Cloud9 to pinch him down. Let's first pick your Gragas. You ban the Rengar. We'll spend some more bans on you in the second phase. And he goes, yeah, but I'm the cleanest Lee Sin NA. Dardoch's Lee Sin is a thing of beauty. You've got to admit that.